Hi guys, this is Naima and welcome to Foxy. Today I'm doing a brown smoky eye, which is actually quite simple, and the best part is that you can do it replacing the brown, like using green or blue, and then have another smoky eye there. This is a little different from the classic smoky eye, and a brown smoky eye is something that is actually kind of trending and a lot of people are actually liking the way it looks. So I'm going to show you how we can do this, so let's get started. So I've already prepped my face with moisturizer using the BOBBI brand vitamin enriched face base. Now, since my prep is done, prep is so important, you know, you have to moisturize every time you're doing a makeup look. I'm actually skipping primer today because I don't really need to use it. Primer is something that makes your makeup last longer and I don't really require it right now. So I'm gonna jump into the look and start. So I'm gonna start with doing my base. And I'm using this M.A.C palette that has this red corrector, which is what I need to cover these and these marks around. I'm not going all out because less is more, and using too much product sometimes tends to look really cakey. Make sure you blend well to avoid patches. Then from the same palette, I'm using this concealer because it matches my skin tone to go over. Only the areas that need it. Applying concealer around your entire face is an option, but it's not needed because that way you cut down on one layer of foundation or concealer. So you just apply it on the areas that you need it and then you just kind of blend it out. Also applying, this is a tip from me that has worked, applying a little bit of concealer on your eyelids can not replace primer, but you kind of use it as a base before applying eyeshadow. So that's what I'm going to do. Now that I have targeted the areas that I needed to cover, I'm going to move to foundation and I'm going to show you something super cool. I'm using the BOBBI Brown Liquid. I'm a number 3. I'm going to take some onto my hand, like very, very little, like this much, onto my brush. But before that, I'm going to take the same concealer, dip my brush into it, take the liquid foundation and just blend it all over my face. This is to avoid thickness in layering. This is completely a step that I swear by. Moving on, I'm going to use this NARS concealer. It's the shade Creme Brulee, just under my eyes and on my T-zone for highlighting. I'm going to take it on my brush like this. Just under my eyes. My T-zone. Basically, this kind of highlighting is mainly meant for the areas of your face that are like protruding out. That is your under eyes, your nose. These are the areas that you want to highlight. because it's like the light, if you go somewhere in your photograph, the light catches here first, and these are the areas that show up the most on, especially in pictures. And to completely finish my base, it's very important to powder it because that is going to mattify this, and it's also going to make your foundation stay. I'm using the M.A.C Studio Fix. My shade is an NC41. These are the main areas that I want to cover. Because these are the places that a human sweats first. So now that I'm done with my base, we can move on. Also, if you see my face, there is no complete coverage, and that is because me personally, I don't like to have a full layered face. I mean, of course, when I'm working, it's completely different and I need to cover what needs to be done. So what I'm trying to say is that if you do the coverage that you require and not more or less than what I am doing. At the end of the day, makeup is all about personalizing and customizing according to your preferences and choices. Now I'm going to contour a little since I have a chubby face. I'm using the Sephora palette and I'm going with this shade. But not too much. I don't like heavy contouring. I just don't like the concept of contouring, but just a little bit because the camera is going to capture this. You kind of just find the hollow and you go inside with a little bit of brown. You can even do this with a brown eyeshadow. Ideally something that would be 2-3 shades darker than your actual skin tone. I do not want to contour my nose, but I am going to contour my chin area a little bit. Now I'm going to use blush on the apples of my cheek, and I'm using Melba from M.A.C. I like to keep my cheeks super natural, and that's why I usually use lighter pinks. So I'm moving on to my favorite step, which is highlighter. I'm going to be using the M.A.C Soft and Gentle. It's my favorite highlighter in the world. This is literally above the blush, your highlight areas. Since we're just doing a simple smoky eye, though which can be dressy, but I'm not putting too much. To give your face that dewy finish. Now I'm going to finally move on to the eyes. I usually do eyes first and then base, because when you do eyes and there's a lot of eyeshadow fallout, you tend to you have to clean everything. But then I just thought that, especially when I'm at work, that's what I do. But I just thought that out here would be easier if I just did my base, because it would probably be easier to understand, because a lot of people prefer it like that. That's how it's done in the books. So I'm using this M.A.C Kajal pencil, which is Definely Black. I'm going to use this literally touching my lash line, and I'm going to go over with a brush and smudge it. And don't make this too thick. It's literally that much. It's okay if it's a mess a little bit, because I purposely not made it very neat, because you have to smudge it out eventually. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my brush into a little bit of black eyeshadow to just blend it out. You see what I'm saying? I've smudged it a little upwards to create that little smoky effect. But I don't want to take it all the way up, because we're doing a brown smoky eye. So it's literally just halfway through my lid, so it goes from dark to light. Now using this color called Double Life from the Urban Decay palette, And since this is a little glam, I'm gonna, it's a shimmery brown eyeshadow, which is something that you can also do with a matte brown eyeshadow. I'm gonna pat this all over my eyelids. Like this. Now on a smudger brush, I'm going to take this dark orange, but I'm going to take really little to kind of just smoothen out the ends, and this is an optional step. This is just to avoid any harsh lines and kind of create like the smoky effect. Remember that a smoky eye is all about blending. It's about how you clean up after, and that's how it's going to stand out. Just avoid any harsh lines and don't panic. It's a matter of practice. It comes to all of us in the end. So I'm skipping kajal and eyeliner because I just feel like I don't want to kill the entire smoky effect by, doing like an eyeliner. I can always save it for another look. But also kajal, because I'm not personally a fan of kajal, but this is completely optional. The more drama you want to create, however more dramatic you want to make it, it's as per your preference. I'm using the full exposure from Smashbox and applying a generous coat of mascara because I love mascara, and eyelashes can really make a difference to your entire look. It makes it super glam and super dramatic. So for the lips, I wanted to do something nude, but since there's like so much color going on here, like my hair is red, my outfit is purple, I thought let me add a little bit of color so that I don't look washed out because my eyes are like brown, and if ideally a nude would look like perfect with this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use like a nudish pink. So there's Sword that I'm using from M.A.C. It's like a pinkish nude, so I'm gonna apply it all over my lips. I'm not making that prominent lip line, not a fan at all. This is clearly because applying a lip pencil before your lipstick makes your lipstick last longer. If you haven't seen my beauty hacks video yet, go and see it. Okay, like that's just about it to just create a base. I'm using pink Pigeon from M.A.C only on the pout because I want to add that little pink element, so I don't want my entire lip to look dark pink. So I'm just going to take it on a lip brush because it's easier, because it's a very bright color and I'll end up putting too much otherwise. I'm not even taking it all the way. See, we all make mistakes, okay? So I'm making one, so it's okay for you guys to make one. Okay, and this is again a matter of preference on how dark or light you want to keep your lip shade. And I'm using this lip gloss from Naked. Only on the pout. Gloss is supposed to be put only on the pout. It just doesn't look nice otherwise. Literally that much. Like these looks look really good with like gloss or something super nude, especially if you're doing like a black smoky eye. So I'm gonna end this video here. Also, don't forget to use setting spray, especially if you're going out like in the heat or like a function that like lasts really long. I'm using Fix Plus from M.A.C. too much. It's like that simple. You just like spray it and like leave it on and let it dry on its own. This will definitely make your makeup last longer. I hope this video was helpful and you guys enjoyed watching. For more videos like this, subscribe to Foxy, and you can follow me on Instagram on Makeup and Hair by Maliha. See you soon, Maliha love.